I want to unveil in this video my Facebook ads method to get much cheaper leads that allowed us to get this one ad account from $60 cost per lead down to $37 cost per lead, and this second account from $100 cost per lead down to $15 cost per lead only in less than 30 days. And if you don't yet know who I am, my name is Justin and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, an online marketing growth firm, having spent over $12 million on paid ads in the last 3 years and having worked with over 70 businesses in the process. So let's get straight into today's video. So let me quickly show you through this account. So this account essentially in November had $61.24 cost per lead, only had 7 leads. And look at month to date. So if I go to this month so far, so December, we spent a lot more, first of all, because we managed to scale spend, because look at that, cost per lead went down to $37 with our newly implemented methods. And I'm even gonna show you right here. So first week essentially of the month, we had cost per lead at about 36 bucks. Week number 2 essentially of the month, we had gotten it down to 30 bucks. And obviously leading up to Christmas, there's also less and less spots in our customers' calendars. So that way we had to stop ads essentially for Christmas because they were out of office for the next 2 weeks. And since there were less spots, then the cost per lead started going up a little bit because we couldn't book them essentially, and less people were getting interested. But nonetheless, the start of the month was an amazing start. I say start, it's pretty much all the way up to the 20th of December that we managed to ramp up their ad spend, 3x it in fact, and slash the cost per lead by almost half. And now let me play this very quick testimonial from one of our students that we helped decrease their account's cost per lead by, again, about 5-fold in the span of about 30 to 60 days. So
at 90, we figured out lead quality. Then we started just your ad process, and basically this guy has average order value is 1800s and LTV is more than 10,000.
Nice.
And basically currently month 1 he's at 6-7x, but he's printing money. He basically increased our budget from 3 to 10k this month, and he just basically hired his other agency who's in Google.
Wow.
So he's going full Facebook now.
So wait, did you say since you implemented what we spoke about essentially, did you say you slashed cost per lead by twice?
No, bro, not twice, 5 times.
Wow.
It went from 100 to 15-ish, newest
Wow.
campaigns. Yeah, bro, you have no idea how useful you are to me. It is. Yeah, look,
I'm glad to hear that.
we implemented the lead quality shit. It went from 95 to 60 that month.
Yeah.
But the ads were garbage, and I remember you kind of looked at the ads and you didn't even acknowledge them. So I was okay, they're garbage. So I after that I went through the YouTube Justin rabbit hole, and I just changed the whole campaigns based on my misguided understandings of your teachings.
Yeah.
And then it went to $15 ish, and I was like, okay, I just need to get in this guy's program. So that was
Nice.
kind of my journey amongst
So how is it possible to slash your cost per lead by this amount in such a small period of time? Well, the first thing I'm gonna say is, I don't know why, there seems to be a trend in the last year where people are frowning upon instant forms, and they're sending a lot more people to a dedicated landing page to get leads. And then people claim, oh, but the leads are higher quality. Let me share with you the exact stats of that ad account I'm sharing with you on screen, because those right now you're seeing the front end stats, and I already know people that are gonna be like, oh, those are just leads, they're not customers, they're not actual turn into sales. This is actually a chiropractic clinic, so I want to share with you the exact stats that my team and I managed to get on this account essentially in the last couple of days. So the last time I've updated the tracker internally was as of week 2 of December. At that time, we had 20 leads instead of 35. So we had 20 leads, 9 appointments got booked from these 20 leads. So it's about 1 out of 2 leads booked an appointment. We had 9 show-ups because we have a very solid ISA system that allows us to make sure that every patient or appointment that we have shows up. All of the 9 show-ups took our first consults, so our first offer, which was an equivalent of about $450 in total value sold right there. Out of these 9 show-ups, we had 6 upsold to higher packages. The total packages upsold, and I'm just reading right here from our latest reports sent by our team, total packages upsold from our client is valued at about 15K. So with the initial value of the consult plus these upsold packages, we spent essentially a little less than what you see on screen right now to bring the clients over 15.5K in total value sold to their patients, which is quite crazy, right? So this is not just front end leads. I'm talking about a system that, yes, gets you cheap leads, but also gets you very qualified appointments or deals or sales in the back end. So the first thing I was about to say earlier is the destination. So each and every single one of these ads and campaigns that you see running has actually been running to an instant form. I honestly don't know why so many people have frowned upon instant forms. It's like everybody's suddenly claimed that these have like a lower quality of leads. It's not true. It's entirely dependent on how you design your instant form. So now, one of the things that we've done for that specific account and their form is not the form itself, it's what happens when somebody submits the form. So we essentially had a PDF made with all of the possible objections, questions, and some of the selling that the Caro in itself would typically have to do with that patient. We bundled all of that up into a PDF, and then we told them as soon as somebody opted in, we're like, hey, look, our team is going to call you very soon. Keep your phone close by because we're going to call you within 24 hours to book your appointment. In the meantime, here's a PDF walking you through the entire procedure and what you can expect from it. And that in itself allowed us to have people that once we called them, they were ready. They were very qualified. They knew what the offer was about, and they had a lot less questions, so that when we send them into the clinic of our clients, they were kind of ready, honestly, to transition into a high paying customer. So my first thing I'd say is I still love instant forms. They give you usually a lower CPM, a lower cost per lead. Facebook loves that you keep the engagement on the platform. It's much easier to track and attribute results on an instant form. And finally, it really is about what you give the lead after they've opted in so that you can pre-qualify them before the call. Opts in, this is where the fun part begins. How are we able to get 1 out of 2 leads that opts in essentially to get booked into an appointment? Well, that's because of how fast we dial these people. A lot of people, once again, they just do text, right? So what we recommend, our process here is a recommendation of calling the leads within less than 5 minutes of them opting in. And we did that essentially, which allowed us to get a hold of pretty much every lead. Some of them unfortunately weren't able to find a time that suited them because the clinic was only open a certain amount of days in the week. There's a small subset, about a third, I'd say, that we just were never able to reach through the phone. And then there's a bunch of others that's also got back to us afterwards now. So after I did this review, which I would have to probably check because I'm sure we're at more than 9 appointments now, because we also send text essentially to these leads so that we can then book in, if it's not by phone, at least through text messages. And now we both know, being in this space, that the most important part, the highest leverage point in your ad account is the creative level. So what is it that we made that made these creatives so good and performed in both of the accounts I've shared with you in this video so far? First and foremost, look at this right here. I've tested 3 ads. Out of these 3 ads, 1 got most of the ad spend and was crushing it. So one of the things that I do and say all the time is when you're testing out ad creatives, don't force spend to them. I put them all into a similar ad set because when I do local lead gen, I honestly just do one ad set. I target it to broad, quote unquote, because I don't put any interest. I drop a pin around where I'm trying to get people to a certain area, right? A certain clinic, etc. And this is how I'm going to run ads. So here I put 1 ad set, 3 ads, let them compete against each other for ad spend. 1 got most of the spend and therefore got also very, very good results. And I even tried to prove something for this video. I was like, what if, just what if these 2 other ads, because I can already hear people on the other side of the screen saying, well, these other ads didn't really get a fair shot, right? Technically, they have a lower cost per lead, so you should have forced spend to them. I did, and here's the result. So I built this other campaign that I called a graveyard campaign, and look at that. If I go to the ads level, I spent $124 on this campaign, got 1 lead only. So we forced spend on that campaign, right? Which I, again, didn't force spend on both of these ads. I forced spend on them as a whole. So I was trying to see, is there a second best ad right there? And turns out that they weren't that good after all. Like seriously, I trust Meta nowadays to figure out which of my ad creatives is the strongest. My focus as a marketing partner is to create the strongest ads possible, to create the best lead form possible, and to make sure to assist my customer and partner into their selling process so that they can maximize the amount of value they get from our leads, right? So the ad creative itself, I've managed to leverage principles that I've been personally utilizing in the e-commerce space for years into the lead gen space. This space is, I'm gonna put that in big quotes, lazy. A lot of people just throw a shitty ad creative or a stock footage image that they found online, they put that out there, and that's the thing too. If you look at the lead gen space, most of the ad creatives are images. There's a lot less videos in that space, not because they don't work, because people know that it takes more time to make a video, so they don't want to make it. So there's a lot less videos. So first of all, if you make a video, you stand out, which is what we did. All of our ads were videos. Second thing, the copy and the messaging in itself. I've leveraged the same marketing fundamentals I've spoken about on this channel over and over again into making these ads. Because I get so many questions all the time. Does your techniques and methods work for lead gen? You've seen it in this video. They very well do because I've tested them myself for both e-commerce, lead gen, SaaS, and apps. So those are the 4 areas essentially for which I'm actively running advertising for. If you want to learn more about the exact research method I've used to leverage these marketing fundamental principles and create strong ad copy, strong ad headlines, and a cohesive script for these videos, check out the link down below and join a free school community, and check out the research part into our free classroom again that we have over there. So the best way I think to get cheap leads this year for your business is, number one, still use instant form because you have lower CPM and lower cost per lead. Number two, focus on pre-qualifying the lead with whatever resource you give them access to after they've opted in to the lead form. Number three, make sure you have a very dialed in appointment setting process in between having a lead come in and the appointment in itself. Number four, utilize e-commerce based, and I'm going to put that in big quotes, e-commerce based, which in other words just means the marketing fundamentals that are so important in e-commerce. Leverage those same marketing fundamental principles to create much stronger ad creatives and copy in whatever lead generation space you're in. And if you do own a local business, you want more leads, patients, appointments, and deals for your business, click the link down below and book in a call to speak with our team at paidadvertising.com. We've once again worked with over 70 brands in the last couple of years. We've spent $12 million on ads, and we love to be helping you out with your business. On that note, check out other videos on the channel for some more useful marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.